All right. Hello, everyone. Greetings on this beautiful night. This is your girl, Tiffany, coming through right here live in effect. Well, I got a topic that I want to talk about because this is nothing that I never seen before. Okay? Now, we all know that politicians have a way of saying things, but when it comes to something like this is where the red flags become. This is where this is where the question mark comes in at. So Joe Biden, let's talk about, is Joe Biden bribing people to vote? And I'm going to show an article by Forbes.com. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at this article. And let me get my thoughts on this. So, as y'all can see, I'm posting a Forbes magazine website. All right. So the article is titled Biden's Final Pitch to Georgia. Vote blue and $2,000 check will go out the door immediately. You read that right. Vote blue and the $2,000 checks will go out the door immediately. Oh, and it says a day before Georgians head to the polls to decide control of the Senate, President-elect Joe Biden sought to cast the election as a choice between immediate stimulus release or months of gridlock, promising that victory by Ralph Warnock and Joe Ossoff would mean $2,000 stimulus checks would be sent out immediately. And Biden referenced $2,000 stimulus checks 3 times during his short speech in Atlanta, Georgia on Monday, claiming the debate about direct payments isn't some abstract debate, it's about real lives. If Georgians send Senator David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler back to the White House or Washington, Biden said those checks will never get there. But here's the ironic part. Perdue and Loeffler joined Democrats and President Donald Trump in backing $2,000 direct payments last month. But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked the effort, calling $2,000 payments socialism for the rich. Socialism for the rich. Socialism. See, now this is the funny part. So here it is, Biden telling people to vote blue, and they were guaranteed to get a $2,000 check, right? But it was Mitch McConnell, not everybody in the Republican Party, but Mitch McConnell blocked that. He said no, because it's socialism for the rich. So you're telling me as a person that I need to go ahead and vote Democrat? If I vote blue, then I will get $2,000. If I don't vote blue, then I'm not getting any money. What kind of shit is that? What president-elect would tell somebody to do some shit like that? That's bribery. That's bribing people to vote Democrat. And that's not right. This is not a game. This is not no competition. Okay? This is not no, all right, let's see who gonna get the check faster depending on political parties. No, this is not that. People's lives are at stake. People are out of work. Let's see. People are behind on their bills. And here you is telling people to go out there and vote Democrat, like you getting people's hopes up. Now, what happens if you get Democrats in the office and you don't get that $2,000 check? You basically voted for nothing. And I just got to be straight up. Why tell me to vote for a Democrat? And I'm getting so sick and tired. I don't know this, me, I'm quite sure everybody else is going through this. They going through their mailbox and they getting all kinds of shit from the Democratic Party. I'm tired of that shit. To me, Joe Biden is just as worse as Donald Trump. He's just as bad as Trump, if not worse. Because this man haven't even gotten to office yet, and he just starting to bribe people. He ain't even gotten to office yet. But, our people, and here's a history on why so many of us vote Democrats. Because we're told that with the Democratic Party, you're more than likely have a chance of finding a job. You're more than likely have a chance of finding a job or getting jobs created with the Democratic Party than you do with the Republican, because the Republican support the rich. Well, I can understand, but then I could disagree at the same time. Because even with the Democratic Party, you're not guaranteed jobs opportunities. So we don't even know how things are going to go. But let me go ahead and look at this article. And it says Warnock and Ossoff, or whatever his last name is, have also publicly backed $2,000 direct payments. Congress passed $900 billion in stimulus aid last month that was sent 6,000, not 2,000 or 1,200, provided by the CARES Act, direct payments to Americans making under making $75,000 or less. Payment please out based on annual income with a cutoff of $87,000. All right. So, and it says what to watch for. Biden has said he intended to push for another stimulus package that includes more direct payments, state and local aid, additional funding for vaccine distribution, among other relief programs when he assumes office later this month. All right. So, it says on Sunday, the Washington Post and Atlanta Journal-Constitution published audio of a 1-hour call Trump had with Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, whatever his name is, in which he called on the election official to overturn the result of the race in his state and found 11,000 votes. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Hey, Anthony. Happy New Year's to you, too. Here, you got one person that want to overturn the vote in Georgia and find 11,000 trying to cheat his way back in the White House. Then you got another person trying to bribe people into voting so they can get the $2,000 stimulus check. Like, this is not a joke. What is wrong with people? What's wrong with these politicians? It's like, it seems like they're making it more about themselves than really about the people. But the people have to be caught up in the middle of their BS. Like, let me show you why this is not a joke. Okay, let's look at what happened with Nancy Pelosi. Now, do y'all see this? I'm gonna read this article to you. McConnell and Pelosi's homes vandalized after $2,000 relief fails. And it says here, according to the police, they responded to a call reporting vandalism at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home around 2 a.m. New Year's Day. The message spray painted on Pelosi's garage door referenced the $2,000 COVID payment, and a pig's head covered in fake blood was placed in front. The $2,000 was crossed out, followed by the words, "Council ring, we want everything." That's crazy, said one of the San Francisco resident. Even if they don't like Speaker Pelosi, you're gonna show up to someone's house. That's insane. There are several cameras on the home and in the neighborhood. Police are investigating. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's home in Louisville, Kentucky was spray painted early Saturday with messages like, "Where's my money?" on the door and "Mitch kills the poor." Scrawled over a window, a profanity directed at the Republican senator was painted under the mailbox. McConnell released a statement on Saturday condemning the vandalism at his home in Louisville. "I spent my career fighting for the First Amendment and defending peaceful protests," he stated. "I appreciate every Kentuckian who has engaged in a democratic process, whether they agree with me or not. This is different. Vandalism and the politics of fear have no place in our society." McConnell said he and his wife are not intimidated by vandalism. "We just hope our neighbors in Louisville aren't too inconvenienced by this radical tantrum." Louisville police are investigating the incident at McConnell's home, which occurred around 5 a.m. Saturday. There currently are no suspect, police spokesman Dwight Mitchell said in an email. The vandalism echoes what many peaceful protesters have been saying for months. They need financial help during the COVID-19 shutdown. But some experts say that tagging a politician home crosses a line. "There's understandable frustration out there," said San Francisco State Associate Political Science Professor Jason McDaniel. "I think this kind of protest is an example of that, but I would try to caution people to see leaders as reflection of us. They are human people." McDaniel also said it's a message Pelosi probably agreed with. "Republican leaders have blocked her efforts to get $2,000 stimulus check approved. It's sort of futile because Nancy Pelosi did mobilize her power and pass $2,000 check," said McDaniel. "She has no power over Mitch McConnell. Pelosi's office had not responded to a request for comments." These people are serious. People are really in desperate need for some money. People are in desperate need for money. They vandalized Nancy Pelosi home. They vandalized Mitch McConnell home. This is just the beginning. If there is no change taking place by now, it's only going to get worse. And that's real talk. It's going to only get worse. People are serious. Like, this is not a game. It's bad enough that folks can't even get loans for their business. People can't get loans for that. And African Americans, they are shut out from getting the PPP loans. And here it is, Joe Biden telling you, go ahead and vote blue. If you vote blue, you're going to get your money out immediately. What kind of shit is that? I mean, what kind of shit is that? Like, this is not no game. We ain't in no competition. We not gambling, okay? This ain't no fucking casino, dude. Either y'all gonna get real about this shit, or shit can only get worse. It's bad enough that people can't really take the vaccine because they don't trust the damn vaccine. They don't know what's in that shit. People getting allergic reaction from the vaccine. Folks getting sick from it. So people scared and skeptical about the vaccine that's coming out. Hell, people can't go back to school. People can't go out and really have a good time like that. People can't go on their jobs. The last thing they need is some bullshit. The last thing people need is somebody telling them or getting up in their ear to go vote for a particular party. just so they can get their money. At this point, they're saying it don't matter what party it is. We need our fucking money. And just voting blue is not going to help the problem. What's going to happen is somebody needs to get at Mitch McConnell, because he's the one blocking people's right to receive that amount of money, because he's afraid that the rich people are socialists, or they feel like socialism is a catalyst for rich people. Despite the fact that Trump said give the folks they $2,000, and all the rest of the people that support it, here this man saying, nah, they don't need no $2,000. That's socialism. That's gonna fuck us up. That's gonna mess our economy up. Oh, that's gonna put us in debt even more. This is Mitch McConnell's attitude. But guess what? You're already in debt. You're already fucked up because of the racial wealth gap. How much more debt I'm just saying. The racial wealth gap, trillions of dollars. And this come from Citigroup. I will show it to you if you don't believe me. Let's take a look at Citigroup. Hold on, let me post it up. I'm about to post the article. Okay, so now I'm on the website. It says any racial inequality could add $5 trillion to U.S. GDP. All right. It says Citigroup recently published an eye-opening report on racial inequality in the U.S. The bank's report outlined 4 main racial gaps that confront many Black Americans: wages, education, housing, and investment. Citi concludes that if these gaps had been closed 20 years ago, $16 trillion could have been added to the U.S. GDP. If those gaps were to be closed today, the result will potentially add as much as $5 trillion to the country's GDP over the next 5 years. Where's the lie? Now, remind you, Citigroup is the U.S. bank, right? They look at economics and wealth based on race and class and social economics, etc. These people are not making these things up. So please do not tell me that, they're making it up. Those numbers don't seem to be accurate. That's not, come on now. I'm not buying into that, because it is a fact. And I can believe this to be a fact, especially when it says concluded that if these gaps had been closed 20 years ago, $16 trillion could have been added to the U.S. GDP. So here it is. First, we can't get no loans. A lot of businesses can't get any loans, especially African Americans. Now, People can only get $600, and hell, everybody ain't gonna get that $600. And then what makes it matter even worse, people ain't getting no $2,000. I mean, people are fed up. They at a breaking point. Then you want to know why the crime is increasing and getting higher and higher and higher. Because people are fed up. People are fed up. I do believe in a racial wealth gap. Yes, I do. I do believe that it's a reality. I mean, if you look at your demographic and look around in your community, maybe it's different from where you at. I don't know. But I know for me, when I look at my environment and I look around, I can believe it to be true. I can believe that to be true. And it's very seldom that you will see African Americans in upper class community. And if they are in the upper class community, they have what is called the Black elites. And it's not that many of them in those elite classes compared to their white counterparts or their Asian counterparts. It's not that many of them that are in the elites. The vast majority of us are in the inner city. And we've been there for the longest. We've been there for the longest. I mean, people at a breaking point. This is why people don't vote. Because you spoon feeding them some bullshit. People don't want another false promises. People want to know, are you really legitimate? Are you really going to, is this the policy that you're implementing? What is it that you're trying to do? Yeah, most people don't vote because they don't trust nobody. They don't know who can't you trust? Who can't you trust? And I hate to say this, and I'm gonna be very honest. Nothing really changed, whether it was Democrat or Republican. We didn't see that much changes. Our people didn't see that much. We didn't see that much change going on within our community. We see the same condition that we've been seeing. We haven't seen much change. So I don't agree with the ADOS movement. I don't agree with the ADOS movement. I don't. And I have multiple reasons why I don't agree with the ADOS movement, Anthony. Yes, I do believe in a racial wealth gap. Yes, I do. But that's been talked about the longest. That's been talked about way before the ADOS came about. That's been the topic of the conversation for a long time. So it wasn't the ADOS movement that just started talking about this. That's been the topic for the longest. It's other factors that I don't agree with the ADOS movement about. It's other factors. It goes beyond that. But, you have to find out if you go back and watch my previous video. But anyways, it's just, oh my goodness. You know what I'm looking at right now, I don't know how 2021 is going to start off. Because it ain't going to be at a good start, I can tell you that. I don't think so. You know what? I know so. It ain't going to be really good. Because it's going to be more and more people that's going to go into the state of depression. And before you know it, the opioid crisis is going to be skyrocketing. It's going to be sky high. Yes, opioids are already a major problem, especially during this pandemic. More people done got hooked on it. So now you're going to see more and more people get hooked on that stuff because shit like this. And then there's talk about there's going to be some type of military action taking place if Biden get put into office. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? Why? Why? Like, I don't understand what you can't take a loss. So now you got to go to the point where you gonna get the military to get involved. Like this shit doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me. It never will make sense. Why? What I'm seeing is two crackers, two white supremacists going at each other's throat, competing with each other, and the people happen to be involved in the middle of the bullshit. So I think they have some personal issues with each other, but the people are in the middle of it. Because one motherfucker saying that, look, if he gets in office, we're going to take on military action. And then another motherfucker saying, if you vote blue, you're going to get the $2,000 right away. What the hell's going on? What's this gang banging shit? I mean, y'all might as well be some damn gangsters. The hell? I mean, come on, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. I mean, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? These are my thoughts, and that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. I just feel like that's just unnecessary, man. Like, don't just say all day. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to encourage people to vote, but to sit up here and try to add on, that's bribery. Like, to me, you don't have to bribe people. If you want people to vote, give them a reason to vote. Don't just sit up there and say some random shit. And that's just my attitude. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you don't have to do all that. It's not even necessary. It's not even called for. It's not even called for. But once again, going back to my initial statement before, we've been told what to vote for and who to vote for, but not how to vote. You're welcome, Anthony. You're welcome, brother. We've been told who to vote for, but not how to vote. You have not been taught how to vote, how the process works. What do you need to look for? You have people, especially these celebrities, getting in your ear and say, hey, you need to vote Democrat. You need to vote such and such and such. But you're not being taught how the process works and how you go through the process. And that's a problem right there. You're being spoon-fed. We have been spoon-fed when it comes to voting. We have not been taught how to vote, how the process works. That's all honesty. And we got people like Kamala. We let people like Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Trump. We let them get away with it because we ain't been taught how to vote. We have not taught how to go through the procedure. It's getting to a point where I don't even care to vote anymore. I don't care to vote anymore because until I see some changes going on, until I see some things really happening, I won't be caring about voting anymore. That's my attitude. Because I feel like voting has defeated the purpose. It really has defeated the purpose, but but other than that, I'm done ranting, giving my thoughts and commentary on this video. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And if you guys want to share my channel, you are more than welcome to do so. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do that as well. Make sure you hit the notification bell whenever I come on. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful evening and enjoy yourself. Please be safe. And that's that. All right. Until next time, may peace and power elevation be to all of you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is your girl Tiffany, and I'm out. Peace.